like when our other guests are even like, oh, that is a good price.
Good price.
You should see his face. Okay. Oh, you know, I just got another one of these. It just arrived the other day.
They're the best, aren't they?
Yes,
the best.
Okay, I am now a full Bernini everywhere.
Yeah.
And I wanted a hose that was a little longer, so I got the 50-foot to attach to my older 75-foot. So this is the Bernini. It is the No-Kink Expandable metal hose with the nozzle. And Mike, I just want to check, we only have the 50-foot right now, right? Is that correct? And that's just what I just bought, so I'm guessing that is the case. 4 easy payments of $10. We cannot reorder. And I'm going to show you the colors. So we have them in, by colors, I mean the color of the nozzle.
Yes.
We've got cobalt, we have the moss. I picked it up in sand for no other reason, but my 75-foot was a sand. Here's lavender and here's graphite. Here's why I love it.
4 pounds.
For 50 feet of hose.
Yeah.
You know, I wish that, I wish I would have had a camera on me the other day when we got this home, because my husband and I, it was like we'd never had a Bernini hose before, even though we were hooking into a Bernini hose.
You want to play with it because it's so easy to maneuver.
These are simply the world's best hoses. And I say that, absolutely mean it. Well, what is it about a Bernini hose?
So John Yiser and his daughter invented the metal hose. You may see other metal hoses, but nothing like this 304 stainless steel. It's spiralized stainless steel, so it's super maneuverable. You saw how it almost acted like a snake on the floor. You're also getting this incredible nozzle. Why do I say that? First of all, look at the form and shape of it. It allows you to hold it as though it's a watering can. We're also giving you an on and off ball valve, which allows you to turn it on and off without having to go back to the hose bib. And then you're getting an infinite spray nozzle that goes all the way from a mild spray to a really good spray.
So in the past, I have been willing to spend a little more on Bernini because I don't want to fight with the hose. Hoses irritate me when they're bad. So I've always been like, you know what, Bernini, it's worth it. I'll spend a little more because they last so long. Guess what? I'm not even going to say that. You're not spending more. This is a $61 hose that is now 4 easy payments of $10. You're getting a far superior hose for less than the junky hoses.
And you know what makes it the best, besides being lightweight and easy to maneuver? The fact that it is truly, and I can say this with full confidence, I've been selling hoses here for a long time, a no-kink hose. So we took the 50 feet, we put in 40 knots in this 50-foot hose. And watch this. We are not losing any pressure. We're going to go over to the water tank here. Take a look at this. We're getting full pressure. We're not sacrificing anything, and it is truly a no-kink. You put 1 kink in a rubber hose, it's no flow, low flow, but that is never going to happen because it's truly a no-kink hose. And you see here, I'm able to hold it easily, and then also that infinite nozzle goes all the way to this beautiful fan spray, all the way to that super jet nozzle, and you're not having to sacrifice pressure, and you can turn it on and off with the ball valve.
I've probably told this story before, but a couple of years ago, it was like July, August, I needed a hose, another hose. I went on QVC.com, the Berninis were gone. Don't be mad. I went to another online retailer and bought a metal hose, and I thought, well, it's not Bernini and it costs more, but I need a hose. Can I tell you, I've hated that hose. And it really gave me insight into just how much better the Bernini hoses are. And so I will say, if you see another metal hose, it is a knockoff. It is not as good. It is not as lightweight. It might even kink on you. It can corrode. These are the OG. Everything else is a knockoff.
Expandable. Like okay, what do you mean by that? It means that as you add water to this hose, it expands. But I love the fact that when you eliminate the water, it then kind of contracts, so it's really easy to store. There you saw a power coupler. That's to ensure that where you put it to your hose bib on your house, it's not gonna pop off. Because so many hoses in the past, that was the weak point of the hose. We made sure that it was no longer the weak point of the hose. And then you're getting that jet nozzle, which gives you all the way to the second story. It allows you to plow through all the dirt, almost like a mini pressure washer, but then you also get that fine mist spray with that infinite nozzle, so you can do your baskets and all those new plants that are just arriving from cottage farms and Roberta's.
And that ergonomic handle actually is so nice if you have dexterity issues or maybe even like a little arthritis in your any place. Like a regular hose gives you some kind of pain. It's just easier to use. Yeah, it's more comfortable.
So take a look at this. This is fully inflated. In other words, this hose, this 50 feet of hose, is fully filled with water. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up here and watch as it contracts. And as it contracts, it's going to make it easier to store. You're seeing how it's just working its way through. It's going to actually reduce itself by 40%. Now I'm gonna have Kevin put the water back on. I'm gonna close my hose nozzle here, and watch, it's going to open up, and now you're gonna see it expand, again, 30 to 40% of the original size. And that just means it's gonna be easier to store when, in fact, you let the water drain, it retracts, and you can put it even in a bucket, for goodness sake.
I'm guessing that there are at least a few of you out there that have seen the Bernini hose demos on QVC before and never picked it up, and you just think, yeah, I don't really need a hose. For under $40, just trust me on this, get this hose home. It is going to blow your mind. You will not go back, and you will be so glad to upgrade the hose that you already have. Like,
So,
really, we cannot even describe this in a way that does this hose justice, and I really mean that. They are the best hoses ever.
And it may be the last hose you need to buy, because not only,
100%,
look at this, it's also, besides all the other features we just showed you, it's puncture resistant. So I call this the most dangerous fence post in America, between the barbed wires and the nails and the screws. It is not going to abrade that hose like a rubber hose or a fabric hose. Even this, look at this, I put a bed of nails together, and I put that same hose that was going around the most dangerous fence post, and you can see that it's actually pushing up the nails. But yet, if there was any holes, when I turned this on, you would see that it had broken through the hose. But that's the wonderful thing about a metal hose. It is super, super durable. Again, I love the fact that it's like an ergonomic shape, and then you get that infinite hose nozzle.
Can you quickly, we have like only about 40 seconds left, can you show how easy it is to roll up these hoses?
Absolutely.
Because for me, it's not just the gliding through the grass like butter.
That's right.
It is the put away.
Yeah, look how easy this is. Try doing this with your regular hose. It wouldn't happen. Literally, I'm rolling up 50 feet in seconds. And the nice thing is, because it's so lightweight, why don't you buy two, and now you already have a 100-foot hose. No problem at all. Roll it up quickly, efficiently.
You can get 100 feet of hose for under $80. That is unheard of. All right, all you have to do is pick your color. So we have them by color. Can you imagine?
Right.
Graphite, lavender, here's the sand, here's the moss, here's the cobalt. Sorry, I've messed up our display table as I pick up all this hose. How much does 50 feet of hose weigh?
4 pounds, a few ounces. Amazing, right?
Take advantage of this price. I've personally paid more and thought it was worth it. You're getting it home at a wild price. Don't forget about our today's